I'm live. Yes, I am here. I can see you all, arguing amongst yourselves. Oh, what's he doing? Why ain't he here? I'm sorry that I have a life. I'm a very busy man. I've had to do many things like eat some food. I've only been eating pizza. Yeah. I somewhat forgot I was supposed to be doing the live because I thought, right, I'll do it after 3 o'clock games, after the half 5 game, give people a chance to get back and to actually want to watch me. I don't know why you'd want to, but anyway, I'm here. And then I sort of forgot, oh yes, I've got to do it. Then I had an half an hour rush, had to quickly eat my tea. So no, I'm not gelling my hair, as you can clearly see. Although maybe it does need gelling. I'll let you debate that amongst yourselves. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on because it's further away for live. My hair's actually quite a bit of a mess, isn't it? It wasn't before I did the. When I looked in the mirror, it wasn't a mess. Oh dear. Right, what have you all been saying then? What have you all been saying? What a game. What a game and what a win. James Pilkington put at 4:30. Bloody hell, I hope you haven't been waiting since 4:30. That's not good for anyone. You put, can't wait, we are doing so well. Massive shout to you two doing the channels for us, you and Sam. Well, that's why. And Sam does a great job. 5 channels, and he's very consistent. I'm 10 minutes late. Give me a fine or something like that. Williamson needs to go if we're to have any chance. You're going down if you keep that full. And I don't know if you're still here, but well done for waiting half an hour. The ad archive, of course, and Martin Bruce, you lot are always here as well. I'm loving the fact Carlisle was struggling. It's brilliant their fans were so arrogant of our running in the playoff. Corbin, can we have another food-related rant tonight instead of sausages? Give us your view on quiche. Now, quiche. It's a funny thing is quiche because I don't mind it when I was 6, but I've not had it since I was about 10 because I went off it. It's like cheese, isn't it? Is it egg and cheese? And you can have ham. I think ham quiche, ham and cheese quiche. It's a great word. It is a great sounding word, isn't it? Mine Bruce Corbin might be here by 10. Sort it out, boy. Well, I don't know if you meant 10 past or 10 o'clock, but it could have been 10 o'clock. I had my 80s playlist on, dancing around my bedroom to Sharp Dressed Man. Yeah. It's probably having some sausages, pork and apple. Yeah, we don't do apple. We don't do apple. We do pork, even though I don't like pork. I like pork sausages, but I don't like pork. So that makes sense. What's he doing? Is he gelling his hair up? Yeah, so I've seen that. Lol. Where's this guy? Lol. He's definitely gelling his hair. Probably doing his hair. He's totally doing his hair. He's here. Evening, Corbin. Evening, fella. We thought you'd be gelling your hair up, having some pork and apple sausages. Quiche is like pizza for girls. Well, I'm having pizza for tea. I have to say, what's everyone had for tea? So good evening to everyone, to one and all, and to all only. You're all inclusive here. And I must say, what a great win. And I'm so happy because it was a brilliant win, wasn't it? To beat Carlisle for the first time in 40 years at Brunton Park and to get one over the playoff semi-finalist winners in 2022-23 season. It's great, and it's a social media war, isn't it? It's the battle of the social media fans, and it's a stupid thing, but it is one of those things that you just have to put up with. Unfortunately, we are the bigger club. We always will be the bigger club, So that's just how it is, unfortunately. So just get with it, Carlisle. Get with it. We outsung you, we outplayed you, and we're going to outpoint total you by quite somewhere. The City's going up and the Carlisle are going down. We're all here for that. So, yeah. It's cheeseburgers. The ad archive had cheeseburgers. Anything else? Was it just cheese and meat or cheese and beef? Or did you have some sauce in your cheeseburger? Where did you get... Come on, give us a bit more. Where did you get your cheeseburgers from? What else did you have on it? If you're just a simple plain person, then fair enough. But give us a bit more, please. It's okay with that green leafy stuff that Southerners eat. Quiche, I think that's quiche. What green leafy stuff? There's many green leafy stuff. It's lettuce. It could be cabbage. Don't like cabbage. I like red cabbage. I don't like green cabbage. Lettuce is good, but lettuce is pointless. The point of getting lettuce, I don't really understand it because it's nice in a sandwich. Cheese and ham, lovely. and maybe salad cream, red onions. Keep going. You can get a good cheese salad sandwich with lettuce. Lettuce is the key part of it, but you can't have lettuce on its own. You can't give it to your dog. If you have a dog, you don't give it lettuce. Oh, actually, do give it lettuce because it's quite funny, actually. If you have a dog, give it lettuce, and it's very funny. It doesn't die. I'm not advocating to kill your dog because that would not be funny, of course, unless you're Keith Lard. If you know who Keith is. Is a fictional character, okay? I'm not, advocating any of that. It was an awesome win. Southern fried chicken and chips. Southern fried chicken's nice, but do you not like a bit of spice in your life, Tian? Give it a bit of kick. Did you have some Nando sauce on it? What sauce did you have on it? Because give it a bit more. Southern fried chicken, it's just a bit plain. It's just a bit plain. Kyle Stockton, the most popular things on your channel: 1, your hair, and 2 is you. Oh, thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle Stockton. That is lovely. I don't know why my hair's more popular than me, but it is. This is something that I'm so frustrated about. How do I get more stick for my continuing different styles of hair compared to Sam SHD? How does he not get as much flack for me? It's because he wears a hat. You just forget how bad it is because he covers it up. I don't own a hat. So I can't cover mine up. There's nothing I can do to cover my hair, but I just get brown sauce and chicken and chips. Really? That is crazy. But if you like it, fair enough. I'm not gonna debate over the sauce you like. That is up to you. But it's a weird mix, very weird. But your taste. It's all right. Sam won't have any interfere. It won't. But the fact that it is decreasing, look, I can go at that happily. Mine, I can do that all stream. He can't. Oh God Christ, I don't want to do that though. Let's just get it right. Don't want to look like Steve McDonald. There we go. No, Coronation Street's getting rubbish as well. His hair's ugly if he's covering it. Yeah, it's like if a goalkeeper has a man of match performance, your team's played bad on it. So yes, had a McDonald's Big Mac for tea. William Grant, this is. Well, thank you, William, for joining. Enjoyable when you haven't had one for a while. Can be. We had the McDonald's debate. It's overrated. I'm not a fan of it. It does the job. It does the job. If you're struggling to find something in, it's like, I'll just go get it. But I don't know if this is what you want to hear. This is not good. I've got like the things where you can't really speak because you have a hiccup. I'm getting a bit of hiccups, but mine are always inside, so I can't really function speaking on a live, unfortunately. He doesn't want to be made fun of. He don't, and it's not nice to be made fun of, but you got to deal with it, and he does. Let's be fair, he does. Let's laugh at that Kavanagh celebration. Yeah, I think I have seen you put Roy Keane, and it got lost in the chat. I'd archive, but yeah, it was a bad celebration, but it was a good goal. And it got us a win, didn't it? It won us a game. So Kavanagh's had a lot of stick recently, but the fact is he's had to step up without Andy Cook alongside him. And I think as a sole striker, it works better as a sole striker. More pressure on him, and he's thriving under that pressure. And certainly, maybe that's the thing with Cook. Maybe he didn't have that pressure where he thought he could coast in games, whereas now, there's that added bit of pressure on him where he's got to perform, he's got to get goals, and he's got to step up his game. And any goal's a good goal, I agree, but I thought his overall performance was possibly one of his best he's had at sea. I thought his all-up play were a lot better. It wasn't good. Callum Kavanagh is not good at holding the ball up. He's not good at winning headers. His first touch is normally poor, and his passing's poor as well. Next round of the Virtu Trophy, we've got Rotherham away, Tian. I don't know if I'm going to go. I wanted to go to Villa away, but one reason or another, I didn't end up going. Probably won't end up going to Rotherham away either. And I watched it on TV, but just a bit flat. Our atmosphere were good, but it's not a proper game. Commentator couldn't be bothered talking. He could have been commentating on a funeral, and they wouldn't have known the difference. He didn't even know some of our players well. He said something really strange and wrong about one of a stat about one of our players as well. So yeah, Sky Sports commentators for you. I had Sky Sports Plus on, obviously, and he was very boring. And then I found I don't know how it happened, but then magically it just changed to Jamie Rayner and Gary Jones for some reason. Definitely not me changing that over to that, but then the difference was frightening. It was so much better for commentary, but then I was nearly having a heart attack for the way Jamie Rayner were commentating because it was so much better. Obviously, from a Bradford City point of view, made me sweat. I thought, God, really got me panicking. Whereas the other one, again, just couldn't be bothered doing his job as a commentator. But it sounded like a snooker commentator instead, which I've been watching. And that's somewhat with like snooker, tennis. Why don't they commentate? And cricket to a degree, like when they bowl the ball, why you've got to love them. Yeah, Jamie Rayner is very entertaining, and he's a fantastic commentator as well, and he will go higher than Bradford City. I can't believe I saw someone having a dig at him recently. So yeah, I was saying, cricket, when they bowl the ball, they don't commentate. Snooker, they don't commentate whilst they're playing, whilst they're taking the shots. Tennis, don't commentate whilst they're serving. Why not? It would be so much better, so much more entertaining. The atmosphere would be better. It would be a much more entertaining thing. It's like darts. They just constantly commentate whilst they're throwing the darts, and it's very entertaining. So that's what I'd improve about snooker, tennis, and cricket. Although cricket commentary is fantastic, I must say. I've had way too much time on my hands recently. I've just been watching too much sport. Big game next week. Remember, early kickoff. Yeah, well done, John Booth. Remember, everyone, it is early kickoff, and it is a huge game. And I'm very, very glad that we got that win today because momentum is huge. It's huge in football, and to have beat Carlisle by scrapping to then go into a top table team in Walsall, we've got to keep that momentum going, and we've got to make sure that we get some at Walsall, and then we've got a must win against Morecambe on Tuesday as well. So yes, let's just go up. Let's scroll up. Also get a breath. I haven't had a breath. I've just started some. I don't know what I'm doing. The chat is crazy. Maybe having Cook out the way has made us play on the ground more. I think it has. We didn't play that well today. We were still in it. The first half was pretty dreadful, I must say. But what we did well, we had a bit of grit about us to stay in the game, to be professional, to control our way through, and to have that grit. I think I already said that. We were really solid. Jack Shepherd was fantastic today, by far man of match. Maybe Pattison were great as well, but Jack Shepherd, the amount of balls in the channel that he dealt with ease, the amount of headers he won in his penalty box, he was colossal today. And he wasn't even in the top four for man of match. I don't know how he wasn't. I thought that was ludicrous, but he was fantastic with Shepherd. And I must say, the defence and midfield definitely put the shift in, and I think that's what the type of game was. We want a lot of ability or quality from us, but we put a shift in, and we wanted it more than Carlisle. Carlisle was shocking. They were so poor. That 10 minutes ago they're 1-0 down to the bottom of the league, and they're playing it around the back and they're passing backwards, and the winger's getting on the ball and he's just playing a nice easy pass back to the goalkeeper instead of taking us on. And I think they're a shocking team, but more so a shocking manager. I think Mike Williamson, he's very lucky to get a job and still have a job in League Two, and it's just because of his reputation and the style of football he plays. Got nothing to do with his managerial ability. Same as Russell Martin. Many managers will get a better tune out of that Carlisle squad, but just because of his style of play, that's why he's got that job. Like I said, very easy, very comfortable game for us, and we didn't play that well. If we play like that against Walsall, we'll have a lot more questions thrown at us, and we'll probably struggle a lot more. That's our 5th clean sheet of the season, and we look so comfortable throughout. They didn't look like scoring, but I will say well done to Jack Shepherd, who was fantastic. Morning, Gordon. Gordon? Who's Gordon? Gordon's alive. What do you mean, Morning Gordon? You've spelt Corbin wrong, haven't you? It just clocked. What did you have on your pizza, Corbin? Corbin. I had pepperoni. God, I'm so out of breath. I might do a Tommy Cooper. That would not be good, would it? Tommy Cooper. If you didn't know, I had a heart attack whilst he was live on stage, and everyone thought it were a joke. But no, he did die. But so rest in peace. What was his catchphrase? What was his catchphrase now? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, I hope I don't just collapse and die on the live, because that won't be edited out. Yes, pizza. What did I have on it? I had pepperoni, I had jalapenos, red onions, and I can't really remember. I think that were it. Quite a spicy pizza. I suppose it's called a hot shot. Yeah, that's what I had. But it was very nice, and it only took 10 minutes. But I had to eat it very quick. Patterson man of match, but Shepherd close second. Yeah, Patterson, he won the game. As in won the game, not just single-handedly. Won with an R. I can't say my R's and W's, so it probably could have sounded either which way. But you could say both. You could. I don't know, I'm arguing, because you could say both. We're correct there. How was Sars on the man of match poll? He was on his bottom more than his feet. Yeah. I thought first half he were really poor, Sarcevic, along with Brad Halliday. I thought Smallwood had a poor game. Who else? I thought Kelly were quite mediocre, bit average. Probably same with Baldwin. Shepherd were brilliant. Walker made a big save towards the end. Poynton had a good game. Patterson won the game. Smallwood were poor. Kavanagh, well taken goal and good overall performance for his standards. But yeah, Sarcevic started really slow, and he didn't look sharp. And I think that's a player who is 14 games of. He didn't play midweek, did he? We played Oddrine there, and he hadn't really had much football. So I think that probably hindered him more than actually helped him, because he were getting in a good run of games with momentum. And he's come back in the team and didn't look sharp. But as the game went on, he did look better, although he was looking a bit tired. But he kept going, and he was important to our good shape in midfield. They struggled to break us down, but like I say, then you look at Mike Williamson and his style of play. They did nothing to threaten us. And was it down to our good defensive shape, or was it down to their poor attacking movement and passing play and how quick they moved us? Because they were way too passive on the ball. Mike, I don't know what you've tried to say, but I don't think it works. Mike Phelism. We'll go with it. Very funny. Harry's the only Carlisle player that does anything in the final third. Yeah, he definitely. I mean, I like the look of that Jones, the one who at Wigan and Rangers. I forgot his first name, but he looked like a tricky player. Although he dived a lot, but he had some about him, and Harris did have some about him. But he was a diver as well. Williamson has no right to be a manager if that's how he performs. No, Gordon. Hello, Gordon. Who is Gordon? Who is Gordon? Can you explain who Gordon is? Who's Tommy Graveson? How about that then? That was Tommy Cooper. How about that? Oh, just like that. Yeah. How about that? Oh, how about that? That's isn't that Jimmy Savile? How about that? Oh no, that's not. How about that? Someone says how about that, don't they? How about that? That's a comedian. But yeah, in Jimmy Savile. How about that? I don't know who that is. Mate, that's probably someone from EastEnders. Probably bloody Archie Moon or something. That was just like that. Tommy Cooper was a genius. His magic, he was. Sam won't know who Tommy Cooper is. Should have made subs more earlier. Well, this is a thing. I were thinking it. Should have made subs. You know, players were looking a bit fatigued, but then Jordan Jones, that was his name. But at the end of the day, we got the 3 points. We kept the clean sheet. And if you bring on Lapsley, Lee, Mellon, how they're going to react to the game? They haven't had much game time recently. And like you say, you know, you don't know how they're going to react to that. And throwing them in the deep end, coming into a system that they're unknown, match minutes. So you've got to say he did right by not making the subs, because we got over the line. And that's how I look at things. You know, it's same with keeping a winning team or keeping the same team. Even if you disagree with players playing, they've all played a part in winning that game. Even though I've already said there were players who didn't play that well today, they've been a part of a winning team and a team that showed a lot of grit. I think some individuals didn't play well, but it were a really good team performance. And I'd rather have a winning team than a team of individuals. And we look like we've got a good team group. The fact that Andy Cook were at the game today speaks volumes of. I mean, Alexander said it after the game, the type of team they're trying to build and the type of environment they want. And I remember, I mean, I've seen pictures of people with Andy Cook and obviously chanting in the concourse. And I remember I went to Bury and Philippe Moraes were injured. And at that time, it was a special group of players and, they were really together. I think it was 15, 16, because it was when Parkinson was still there. And I think it was anyway, Moraes were at Bury. And he ended up sitting on my row when he was injured. And I got a picture of him. And they're the type of things you don't forget. And I've seen someone who would have been my age then get a picture of Andy Cook and he was sat on his row. That's something he'll never forget. And it's something as little as that can go a long way in a fan base, but also for a group of players as well. And for Andy Cook to show that unity and that togetherness, it does go a long way. So it's that sort of winning mentality from a team and to be a collective that we haven't seen for many years. But that's some of Alexander's building, and that's why I've always been behind Alexander, because he's delivered today. And there's games like these, big games that we're showing up for, and we're showing the fundamentals and the credibility of what a Bradford City team is. And he gets it. The way he talks about what he sees as a Bradford City team, that's the team we're seeing. And this is what I want to see more of. We didn't play well, but we showed the fight and the desire to get the 3 points. He's not as funny as Frank Sidebottom singing Zoo Scrapbook, though. I haven't seen that. I'm going to have to... I don't have a pen. Well, I do have a pen. Right, Frank. I'm so out of breath. I could collapse. Frank Sidebottom. Bear with me. This is good, this, because it's just giving me a breath. Scrap. What is it? Scrapbook. Zoo scrap. So I saw some kangaroos fighting each other earlier. That was very funny. Bit of bullying going on because there was a massive kangaroo about 7 foot. Yeah, well, probably 14 foot actually, because they're bigger than humans are. So they were probably 14 foot, or she didn't look. And then there was a small kangaroo that was probably like a baby, and it just kept like, I don't know, pretend this is its food, like food ball, and it just kept kicking it over. And the thing was just looking at it because it was double the size. And it's like, you're throwing me food ball on the floor. So I had to keep putting it back in, and he kept kicking it. Then he started kicking the kangaroo baby, and I thought, this is disgusting. It's awful. Anyway, then this other massive kangaroo came over, and he was like, what are you doing? And then it looked at him, squared up to him. But this kangaroo was bigger. And then he hopped off. And it's like, well, that's a story for life, isn't it? Don't pick on someone your own size. Don't pick on the baby kangaroo just because you can. Just kick its ball over. Because then someone bigger than you will go, what are you doing? And you'll look at that person and think, I'm not going any further with this. I'm off. And it hopped away. So I don't mess with other people when they've got backup. But don't mess with them at all, Because if you do, then that kangaroo is a coward. And it will always be known as a coward. Will that Skippy? We actually have a good bench, and now he doesn't want to use it. Yeah, well, Mellon's played he hasn't played 90 minutes this season, right? Lapsley has also barely played a full 90 minutes this season, and Tommy Lee hasn't been getting games for MK Dons. Keller hasn't been playing all season, so all these new signings they need to be eased into a team. X Jameson, that's all he talks about. It. Jordan Jones, Gavin, if you wanted one I'm 6 minutes behind in the chat here. and my laptop needs charging. Go on, if you wanted one ex-Bradford City player back, who would it be? Let's have a look around. Hmm. I don't know. Well, laptop's dying. Here we go. To the bloody thing. Just had a bit of a beverage, if you know. Martin Bruce wants Peter Beagrie. That would he was a player. I've seen some highlights of him. Andy Cook, I love him back, fully fit. We're talking fully fit, but probably. I don't know, because I want to play for my era. I don't just want to say Bobby Campbell, you know, just because he scored all the goals, and Stuart McCall. I've never seen him play. You know, my era, Josh Cullen were good. Probably say Josh Cullen, I think, in that midfield. Yeah, Josh Cullen. That's who I'd have back. I was telling Arundo, SHD 2, Yitowat 0. Yeah, it is. SHD double A Yitowat match was abandoned. Not all parties could make it. Yitowat no show. You won't know what this is about, so I'll just leave them to argue amongst themselves because the wider people don't have a clue. And archive. Credit to Alexander that without Cook, that we seem to have more of a football identity. Yeah, I'd probably agree, but it's just annoying because we can play like that with Andy Cook. You know, he's not a big lump up front. He can easily play the way that Kavanagh played today. It's a shame because when you look at the goals Cook were getting, and where we've finished and the football we've been playing, we've done him a massive disservice, and that'll be shown in future years when we look back at the goals he got and you think, how did we not get a promotion when he was scoring all them goals? Stupid kangaroo, they are dumb. They're very dumb. They are. But I wouldn't want to mess with one. I've watched Joey. They're tough. They're tough buggers, and I wouldn't want to come across one. I certainly wouldn't. You know, like I say, when they're just hopping about and you're like, oh, lovely thing, and it jumps up and it squares up to you and it gets its chest out like that. It's like, do you want some? I'm like, no, I do not. But I feel like I'd be able to take one on because you know they're not the most dangerous things in the world. If push came to shove, and you had to fight a kangaroo to save your life, I think I'd be able to do it because that the survival instincts take place for you and the kangaroo. It would. I'd love to see. I mean, it might be on YouTube. I'm gonna put that down as well. Kangaroo. There's so much rubbish on YouTube like this, and kangaroo fights human. There'll be some. I mean, someone might tell me I've watched it this morning, but there'll be something like that, and I would be interested to see who came out on top. I mean, neither one are going to die because YouTube wouldn't put that on. It would violate YouTube violence conduct or something, which is nonsense because, you know, all I want to see is who comes out on top. It's a good Netflix documentary, I think. David Attenborough. This is a rubbish David Attenborough should be doing. And again, he's 98 and got things to do. I'm getting the hiccups again. So I've got to whisper. Right, I believe I've cooked another dramatic intro. Yeah, well done. I look forward to watching it. Featuring some Brad Perry stinks chants. Well, I've not met him, so I can't comment. You have. And again, it's not relevant to the audience. So give us some relevant. I'm still 5 minutes behind. Josh Cullen and Gary Jones, bring them two back. That would be some midfield. I would probably have Romany Critchlow or Josh Cullen. Critchlow was overrated in my opinion. Mark Marshall, wow, yes, he was brilliant. He really was. That's took me back. That has took me back To be fair, I thought Mike was right in his interview. We are a team who are relentless and do the basics right all game, and in my opinion, that's all you need at this level. It is. Look at Walsall. There's not flashy about them, but they're a solid back line. The midfield works hard and has a bit of creativity, and they have goal scorers up front. And they just run and run hard, and they're a very solid team. You know, they do the basics. If it's so easy, then why don't Carlisle play like that for a bit to get some points? Because Mike Williamson won't be able to get a championship job then. Come on, switch on. Russell Martin is only in the Premier League because of his style of play. Did nothing at MK Dons, did nothing at Swansea, got Southampton up with the best squad in the league, along with Leeds and Leicester, but that was through the playoffs. You know, it was an easy promotion because Leeds were always going to bottle the playoff final because they bottled the playoffs. That they're never going to go up through the playoffs. So you know, it's just a joke, isn't it? It's just a joke. It really is a joke. I'd pay good money to watch you fight a kangaroo. Misfits boxing, me v kangaroo. The kangaroo every time. Over me or a human, because you know you want to see me when I'm angry. You don't. You don't. Not only say you don't want to see me when you're angry, but in my case, you do. I would pay to watch. I think I've just read that. I actually do mean a katanga. Oh, it's not a kangaroo. It's a katanga. Oh, 1 minute. Let's have a look. Rack told me bloody blueberry bites. Candy Welton's fizzy blue raspberry bites. They're very nice. Right. What's this one then? A katanga, an African warrior with a spear and shield and grass skirt. Grass skirt. Right. So katanga. I'm gonna write katanga gown. I'm gonna look into what do katangas do and like you mean. Imagine Corbin be a kangaroo. Ad archive, wasn't it Lenny Henry's catchphrase on tis was? Russell, yes, I know Russell Martin's no longer in the Premier League, but he got in the Premier League, didn't he? You know, Mick McCarthy's a much better manager. It gone. Mick, it can't keep going on like this, can it? It gone. Can't keep talking about kangaroos, Corbin. Oh, gone. Wasn't that Ukai? Yay. Ukai. Lenny Henry. I don't like Lenny Henry. Nothing personal. I just don't really like him. He was married to Dawn French, wasn't he? And yeah, I've never watched The Vicar of Dibley. That's probably something. That and Father Ted are probably the sort of both 90s art of comedies, and never watched them. Might need to. Maybe I'll put that down. I've got Frank Sidebottom's Zoo Scrap book, Kangaroo Fights Human, and Katanga written down. So I suppose I can put them down. What's your favourite comedian, Corbin? Oh, right. Well, it's probably. I mean, I like your sort of, you know, dangerous ones, like your Roy Chubby Browns and your Bernard Mannings. They're very funny, but they're not that intelligent comedians. So I like, you know, Billy Connolly, Ricky Gervais, and I like them two are sort of more intelligent, very funny ones. And then I like your sort of mocking real life situations like Peter Kay. So it depends how I feel. But they're me go-tos. I like them. Lee Mack's not bad. But yeah. So probably Billy Connolly, I'd say. Or Ricky Gervais, but Billy Connolly, I'd say. Yeah. What's yours? Do you like Peter Seller? Have you seen The Party? Birdie Num Num. It's another one. Peter Seller. I've never heard of him. Peter Seller. Do you like The Party? Do you like The Party? You should have stayed at the party, Maxine. Do you like The Party? Party. Right. Well, that's another thing to watch and do then, I suppose. I've got a very busy Saturday evening. Peter Sellers. Peter Sellers with an S. There we go. Yeah, we've got them. Right. Anything else to actually talk about the game? I suppose I'm here to talk about Bradford City Carlisle, and we're meandering, but I do want to probably say 5 more minutes, unfortunately. 5 more minutes, because I am aware that people might watch the pre-record, and at the end of the day, they're not going to watch it for an hour, because why would you want to waste an hour of your life? People are very busy, and let's talk about how rubbish Carlisle are. They're very rubbish, but I've sort of touched on it. There'll be somewhere in this video where I've talked about how rubbish Carlisle are. We won. We won. That is all that matters. It was good. Let's have a look at the league table. I spend so many hours in the week looking at the League Two table, just looking at all possible scenarios and situations of if, buts, and maybes, and then we end up finishing 11th. So we're on 41 points in 8th, and we're 3 points off 3rd with a game in hand on Port Vale. I'm watching Wimbledon Tranmere for no good reason. And still till 9, fella, you've always been 10 minutes late doing your hair. I wasn't doing my bloody hair. Look at the state of it. I think it could do with getting cut. I think it could. Are we 5th? We're not. I think we were 5th after our game, but most results didn't go our way. Salford lost 2-0 with a red card. Doncaster won. Notts County won 3-0, I think. Wimbledon won 2-0. Port Vale won 3-2 after being 2-1 down. And Crewe won against Morecambe 1-0, I think. I could have just gone back and looked at the results. Yeah, Morecambe lost 1-0 to Crewe. And Grimsby drew to Chesterfield. So there's a nice gap between us and 10th Chesterfield. That is a 6-point gap. I feel like Salford might follow it, but this week I'm going to do at least. I'm not responding to that ad archive. I am going to do a League Two mid-season predictions this week, which is slightly after the mid-season, but I'm going to do it. So if you're interested in more thoughts on that, you can stay tuned at some point this week. Thanks for all the support on the videos recently as well. Trying to do more videos because I've got a bit of time, basically. Yes, I don't look at the league table and do that. Look at other things and do that. Because everyone does. It's a natural thing. Unfortunately, or fortunately, don't know. There's a lot of debates about it, isn't there? A lot of debates. Is it Walsall next? It is Walsall next. And Sam said 3-0 City. And then Villans were playing Walsall and said 4-0. I'll give you a tenner. If it's Walsall, it's a tenner. I'll give you it because it's not going to happen. At the end of the day, we're not beating Walsall 4-0. We're not beating Walsall. I'll take a point. We could win. We're at home. We've got a great home record, but it's just not going to happen. At the end of the day, that's why I need glasses. Why do I need? Have I said out wrong? Have I looked at anything wrong? I need glasses. I don't know what I've said wrong here. I hope not. It might have been on some a bit on a lot of yes, a lot of those mass debates. Yeah, just don't do it in public. Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do it live on YouTube. If you, oh no, yeah, well, I do owe you a tenner. I do, because I can't remember why. I owe you a tenner, but I do. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna get you it, but I just can't get to your house. It's just too much effort. So you're gonna have to wait until you get that. But we can do that bet because Bath City aren't going to beat Walsall 4-0. I'm not someone who bets, and £10 is a bloody lot for me. But I would bet that. We might win 1-0, might nick it, but there's no way we're scoring 4 against Walsall. So yes, in the that is it. But I cannot remember why I owe you a tenner. cannot. But I was talking about something before I saw that, which is quite rude actually to interrupt me like that. I can never remember what I'm on about or what I'm doing. Can't remember what I'm doing in any situation in life. Oh, blood! That's good, isn't it? Can you see that on the screen? Oh, bloody hell! Or I would anyway. Is that what I think it is? Well, you would. That's good actually. So I can click on that, and that is revolutionary. I can click on people's messages, and it comes on the screen. Just yes, you can all see it. That's brilliant. Look, yep. Here we go. Yes, yes, yep, yes. Start doing it then. Start doing then. Yes, that is good. So that is fantastic. I get blown away by stuff like this because I thought, how did I actually end up doing it? And I misclicked something, and I'm doing it. Oh, there we go. Pork and apple sausage moment, or is it a ring light moment? Do that next week. This is going to be a regular thing. It just is going to hurt my hand. Click. Oh, for God's sake! No. Oh, bloody hell. There we go. We'll have more child-friendly messages than the last two messages. That was a problem because what you don't know is it says sure, so I didn't actually read the comment before I clicked on it. I just saw sure, so I just thought I'll click on any like that. I hadn't seen what that was. That was funny. See, it's a risk. And what Carl Stockton said, this is going to be a mistake having any chat on stream. That is precisely what happened there. And this man is absolutely loving every minute of that. But luckily, I rising up before the next one. But Margaret's just there. She's having her tea and biscuits, enjoying Rainer's Bantams talk about Bradford City v Carlisle. Although I've not talked about Bradford City v Carlisle. And there you go. That's. I'm not going to do it again. I've fallen for it once. It's not happening again. I don't even know what the first 5 emojis are. I know what the next 6 emojis are, but I don't know what the next 5, the first 5 are. I actually thought they were flowers or like ducks or water. Don't know. Your glasses of age do in reverse. Older or younger then? So they make me look older. Well, I suppose they do. But Hartley hair, younger or older? Younger. They make me look younger. So, well, this is the thing. They're a hindrance. I don't. Not. I have them off because they annoy me. Not for a look. You see. Look, I'm gonna keep that on. You see. That is not why I have them on. Off. I could easily go like that. And just looks better, doesn't it? I suppose, but it feels better. I just feel a lot more. They're just heavy and they're annoying and those things, and then they're just really bloody annoying. I hate them. But at the end of the day, you've got to see. What does that say? You look like a cheeky paper boy I'd tip with a Mars bar. I'll have any job. Gives a job. I'll have any. I'll be a paper boy. 6 o'clock. What are the hours like? 6 o'clock in the morning. That's fine. Till 10. 6 till 10 in the morning. That'd be perfect. That would be bloody brilliant. That, because that means I can watch. I can still get back to watch the last bit of Big Bash. I can still watch a bit of Australian Open. Then I can watch all snooker, and then football on the night. That would be fantastic. So yeah, I'll have that. If anyone knows of any jobs like that, 10 till 6, 6 till 10, sorry, that'd be great. But just any job in general, really. I need money. I need a life because I ain't got one. So catch up. Keep them on. I kind of need to because it is important to see. Chocolate bar, get in there. Well, you like I think you do like chocolate Martin, don't you? I think you do like the chocolate analysis, and I think I'm pretty sure you like Milky Bars, don't you? And I don't. The only person who can pull off glasses, well, it may, is it? Look, it's not. It just isn't. I think I don't know who can. Can't think of anyone who can, but it's not a good look. It's not a good look. But they just feel awful. That's my point. They just feel awful. I've tried contacts. They're useless. I nearly blinded myself. Put my finger in, and it just was a nightmare. I put my finger in. They rushed me to the bloody next room, and they're like, "Oh, he needs instant help because he can't get it back out." It's just chaos. So I tried for 3 weeks, and that were gone. There were no point. There was no point in that. No point. What a spectacle that would be. Finger of fudge is just enough. Fudge is awful. I can't be doing with any fudge. Just no. Rock's awful. Rock is rock. It's not food. It's not a treat. It's not nice. It's just rock. If you put a rock in your mouth, it would be rock. That's why it's called rock. With me little stick of Blackpool rock. Dee 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 dee. You wouldn't expect someone of my age to know a little stick of Blackpool rock by George Formby, would you? But I do. This is just the start of thing that happened. I'm knackered now. I'm knackered. I've all my energy's been zapped. You're putting your finger in the wrong place. I was putting it in the very right place. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Fudge packing is the best job ever. Well, maybe I need that job. The fact that this was a football stream, but it always is, innit? Always is a football stream, and now we're talking about fudge packing. And I don't even know if they're on about bloody chocolate fudge or could be all. Get yourself into a media apprenticeship. Well, I don't know if they'd want me. I don't know. No, it ain't media, this, is it? It's just talking rubbish. And luckily some people like it, which is a privilege and a pleasure. But I can't be bothered with studying and stuff like that. It's just hassle, And you can do it all, and you can know that you can do it, because I'm doing it now, and people seem to like it. But is it actually, the right thing? Is it the correct yes and no sort of thing? I'm not sure. Look at most people on telly today talk utter tripe. They do. That, like the Tyler Young thing, the amount of stupid bloody so-called experts that were coming out talking about that, it were making my stomach turn. It were just so annoyingly bad. And the fact that I were watching Sky Sports the other day, and Ipswich Town were playing, and they got the wrong lineup wrong, and they got the wrong stats wrong. It's like, well, that's just lack of effort. Not even a lack of ability. It's just a lack of effort. And if you don't have any effort, you don't deserve a job in the first place of that quality, of the money that they'll get paid. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on that, I suppose. Yeah, well eloquent and funny. Shame to waste that sunbeam. Get out there. I know, but I don't think I'm eloquent. And funny is divisive, innit? Because we're talking about comedians. The comedians I like, you might hate, and you might say they're rubbish. That they're no good. They're terrible. They don't make me laugh at all. Whereas other people like myself love them, and it's divisive, innit? You're either funny or not. And if you find me funny, then thank you. But sometimes I try to make it a bit more interesting and entertaining, because if I was sat here talking non-stop about bloody inverted fullbacks and inverted centre-backs and the positioning that Jack Shepherd took up, Jack Shepherd had a good game. I'll tell you he had a good game. I'll tell you if someone had a bad game. But I can't be doing with all these XG and all these stats into it. So to put a bit of filler in it, I might think of something a bit funny to do. You should write a book, Corbin, but it's just your views on life. I'd love to do that. That would be good. But who's gonna buy a book from Corbin Werner? And on that note, no, let's catch up, because that's why we are here. Well, I suppose I do really appreciate your support. And the fact that I'm talking for 50 minutes and I've had over 15 people watching every time, and I've got a continuation of people commenting, and same people comment on every video, and I've got people who like it and subscribe, 751. It's something I didn't imagine, and it's coming up to 3 years I've been doing it, February the 1st, although I did delete a few of those videos because the first few were rubbish. And I don't not appreciate all this. It does mean a lot. So thanks. And I'm not about to cry. I just keep hiccuping. Have you ever read the? You see, you say I'm eloquent, but I can't say that word. Profinosaurus from Fizz, and it has 2 entries from Bradford Dishwasher and Bradford Festival. Guess which is we in the sink. I don't know. Anything from Bradford's not really doing well, is it? I mean, the Bradford live thing, unfortunately, has been a bit of a disaster. But it'll get there. I believe it will. I hope it will. I had a choice between a hot dog and a macaroon. Naturally, I chose the macaroon. Is that like a crux? I mean, if it's just a natural sort of thing that you actually had a choice of a hot dog and a macaroon, I don't really know what's a macaroon. I think a macaroon. No, I'm thinking of those lemon. Oh, what's the lemon thing? Oh my god, I always forget what the lemon thing's called. It don't matter. It really don't matter, does it? But I hope you enjoyed your macaroon. I think I know what it is, but I think I'm getting confused with something else. I've actually still skipped a few. But it didn't let me. You remind me of a young Alan Bennett doing football punditry. Love that, Hartley. The Profinosaurus is genius, totally like a young Alan Bennett. Alright, that's another one. Alan Bennett. I've heard of the name. Alan Bennett. Let's have a look who Alan Bennett is after. That's why we are here. Yes, totally why we're here, Phil. You're funny as feck, fella. I'm not even a bloody Bradford supporter. You're not. You're not a Bradford supporter. Also, the video Mark Hughes is genius. Oh, which one? I think it might have been the one in the summer. Thank you. Who do you support then? And how have you found me? If you're not a Bath City fan, who do you support? And what video did you find me on? It might have been the Mark Hughes one, but I've recognised your name for quite a while, for quite a few months now. I just 420 and watch you rant. It's the better than the Masked Singer is absolutely terrible. It's the worst program on TV by a country mile. It doesn't even make sense. I don't understand why it keeps getting so much money put into it, so many celebrities go into it. That can now be shown, because it's just honestly a waste of everyone's time. Although there was one hilarious moment, I've never bothered to watch it, but it won one Boxing Day, and I was at my one of my aunties, and unfortunately someone passed away who I'm going to quote, although she won't relate to me. She did say, it's Teddy Sheringham on it, and it was like a tree. It was like a tree singing or something, and she went, when you're supposed to be guessing who it is, and everyone's saying who they think it is, and then she goes, "It's Teddy Sheringham." And we thought she were guessing, and it was Teddy Sheringham. And we said, "Oh, you got it right." And she's like, "No, we're telling you it was Teddy Sheringham because I watched it last night." Thanks. Thank you very much, June. That wasn't a name. I just don't want to say it. But she's not here. She's not here to defend herself. But thank you very bloody much. We're trying to get in with it, but we hate the bloody thing. And then you go and say who it was. I hope you're happy with yourself. Bloody hell. So, but it was quite funny, but slightly frustrating because she ruined it. The macaroons, the ones with coconut. I'm sure I know. I'm sure I know what a macaroon is. I'm sure I like them. Almond, treat yourself tomorrow. Almond, Mark Almond, great singer. Alan Bennett is an amazing playwright. I will look. I joined a live for a football review. But this is brilliant. Well, it is what it is. I won't say it's brilliant. I won't say it's good, but it is what it is. Notts County. So Hartley Hare is a Notts County fan. The algorithm coughed you up. What was it? Just a normal Bradford City match reaction, and you clicked on it. I don't know why anyone who doesn't support Bradford City will click on one of my videos either, because it's not like my thumbnails are not very well. Most of the time, they're not. They're terrible. So they're not exactly like, oh, that looks a good video. The first 40 minutes are normally me singing. So the first 40 seconds, sorry, God forbid it be 40 minutes of me singing. Imagine a video of me singing for 40 minutes. Goodness me. Like, bloody shoot the guy. But I do it most of the day. I'm going to say the neighbours would probably do it, but, I do it all the time. So, luckily, I ain't gone yet. But that could be one way I go. Totally isn't blind. Hartley Hare, you going up? Yeah, you going up? Let's talk about Notts County. I think you're going up. I think you're going automatics because even though you lost Dan Crowley, you know what? I'm going to do a video on Notts County just for you. Some point in next month, Hartley Hare, I'm doing it for you. There you go. I like to do things for people. I do a lot of my videos for the audience. It's the funniest football show ever, this. Because it's not a football show, is it? Maybe I should have been the new Soccer AM presenter. I could have kept the bloody thing alive. I even got into Bradford City just to watch this. No, don't tell me you're not a bloody Bradford City fan. I know you are. Don't be kidding me. I might have maybe helped you keep your Bradford City thing up. We're doing playoffs and dying tragically. Well, if you get in the playoffs, I won't have much hope, but automatics, I think, could happen. I do. I really like your squad. It's great. And you absolutely battered us, didn't you? I didn't do a match reaction for that because I don't know, actually. I probably came home too late. Could be fate. Notts County and City at Wembley again. Yeah, and look what happened last time. I'm bitter about Crowley. Well, SHD, I don't know if you watch him as well, but make sure you do. He did a video on Crowley. I nearly did, but I chose Nathan Lowe instead, unfortunately. If you let me know you were a Notts County fan, I probably would have done one on Crowley. Sign up for Britain's Got Talent. Oh, I can't be doing with Britain's Got Talent. I can't be. I don't watch it. It's just it's a terrible program. It's not what it once was, and I preferred X Factor. But the thing is, like, you just get a load of pillocks on there, don't you? Just the local village idiot. The local person. You go, he's a weirdo, and then you see him on Britain's Got Talent, and you're like, I'm not surprised. Here he is juggling some balls that he can't even juggle one. He just throws one up in the end, it falls on the floor, and everyone laughs. Oh, how funny! It's not funny. You're not a funny person. You're just rubbish at what you're doing. We're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you. Like maybe you do with me. But, at the end of the day, I'm not going on there. Wouldn't have the confidence to just stand there and sing because I can't sing. But at the end of the day, I can't. But Jarvis Cocker. I like Jarvis Cocker. Are you saying I sound like him because obviously I'm from York when you're not? I definitely don't sing like him. But I do like Jarvis Cocker and I love Pulp. I wanted to go see him live in last summer, but I didn't go because I sort of forgot when to put the tickets on sale. I was waiting for them to announce them, and I forgot when they were going to announce them. So well done for that one. Well done. Listen to the song Mile End by Pulp. I will. I probably have. That's the problem. I listen to a lot of music, but some songs, like, not exactly like a band's top 10 well-known songs, I sort of forget. I've been listening to a lot of country and Irish recently, like, which is not very fashionable, is it? But I quite like it. You know, it's particularly the fast ones. You know, Daniel O'Donnell is a bit morbid. Buddy Holly reincarnated his Corbin. I'll take that like that. You said, didn't you? We're gonna go an hour ago, but you lot have kept me talking, haven't you? You said keep going till 9, and I sort of had that in my head. Now it's an hour, and I thought I don't want to do an hour. I literally sat here well over an hour ago, thinking I just want to get to half an hour. Now we're over an hour, but we still had over 15 people watching, which is amazing. Being a Buddy Holly. I'm not going to sing Buddy Holiday either. The numbers are going up, but they're not going on the pre-record. But to be fair, I'm not in it for that. To be fair, I'm in it for this, and I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to keep talking. But I'm very tired. I'm getting a bit fatigued. I might go and watch The Crown. If anyone's watched The Crown, I've only watched the first 2 episodes, but it's very good. I'm not a royalist, but it's interesting. But I've got Frank Sidebottom Zook's scrapbook, Kangaroo Fights Human, Katanga, Peter Sellers' Do You Like Party? Do You Like to Party? But I didn't put 2. And I've got Alan Bennett to research. Probably videos to plan because I'm going to do one on Mott's Counter. Oh yeah, that's another. Mile End by Pulp. I'll put that on whilst I'm searching. Mile End Pulp. I might have watched it. Listen to it. Have you ever watched The Young Ones? Great song. Cliff Richard. Yep. I like Cliff. But I have watched The Young Ones. They're a bit silly. They're a bit daft. They're alright. Not bad. Do you like Peter Sellers' The Party? Well, what's the Do You Like to Party? Is that something that he says then? Peter Sellers' The Party. So it's Peter Sellers' The Party. The Party. Right. There we go. We've got that. Misfits next boxing event, Corbin v Kangaroo. Certainly. I will be there. I just need to get over to Australia first. I used to be a matchday steward at Crawley Town and Brighton. The Carlisle supporters were very inbred. Well, yeah, we've certainly got to figure some out. Dylan Watson, just tuned in now. Did you go today, mate? Well, if you just tuned in now, well done for tuning in now. And he says birdie num num. That's the catchphrase for Peter Sellers, isn't it? Yeah. So if you've just tuned in now, Dylan Watson, then I don't know what you like. You might know me from previous videos, but it's not a name I recognise. But if you do like, not people talking about football whilst talking about football and divvying over to talk about kangaroos, comedians. Basically, the most random things you could think. Quiche, we've talked about quiche. Many different topics have been discussed. Whilst having the core subject of football, subscribe and go back and watch the last hour if you have any time. But if you don't, I'm very happy that you're here. The kangaroo bit was priceless, was it? It's all the shape. It's the last time I saw a set shell suit. What's a shell suit? What is a set shell suit? I can quickly Google that one. Shell suit. I've heard of it. Shell suit. Shell suit. There we go. Oh, yes, it's one of those. Bloody hell. Are you sure you didn't just see a Jimmy Savile person? Did you see? Is Jimmy Savile a Carlisle fan? Because I've searched shell suit. It just. In fact, there's someone wearing the Jimmy Savile well-known clobber. He's got a gold chain and he's got a cigar. That's what I've found when I've searched in shell suit. So what you've told me there, Hartley, here, is that last time you were a steward and you saw a Carlisle fan, you saw Jimmy Savile. Does that tell you everything you need to know about Carlisle? Maybe. Maybe it does. Hartley Hare. Try. I can't speak Welsh. I'll put it on screen. There you go. There we go. Martin Bruce. Have you got a bit of Welsh in you? I'm sure you have. Let me know, Martin, if you've got a bit of Welsh in you, because I'm sure it might be Neil, but one of you two told me how to pronounce Cymru, the Welsh First Division. It might have been both of you, but I'm sure it was Martin. So Jimmy Savile loved his shell suits. He did. That's unnerved me. Let me tell you a true story about Jimmy Savile, Corbin. Oh dear, I don't know where that's going to go, but you can tell me if you want. Born in Bradford, live in Wales now. Yes, I knew you had a bit of Wales in you. Born in Bradford. Well, you never forgot your roots, have you, Martin? And that's what I like. Neil's put a waving thing. I think he's saying goodbye. I'm going to be soon, but I'm just waiting for the archive. There's a Savile song on YouTube that is genius. Never forget your roots. Mitar. We'll put that one on as well, because I can't really. Mitar did fill. Mitar did fill. Contains the line, I'm a council gritter. Savile song on YouTube. You see, there's a problem, because my YouTube recommendations is going to go a bit left field here. YouTube, Savile YouTube song. Well, we'll find it. So, like, before The Truth came out, I was doing a shoot at the hotel in Land's End, and we were having dinner, and in the restaurant at the hotel, there were all these stains where there were pictures. Contains the line, I'm a council gritter. Stains, yes. The pictures had been taken down, the waiter said, because they had Jimmy Savile in, and he wouldn't say where. What have we been talking about? I don't know. It's getting worse. Then a week later, it came out, and they just said none. Oh. You see, I wasn't alive then, but that must have been a crazy thing. Like when that came out, and when Wolf Harris did. But then, of course, the same thing, Operation U-Tree, then got Cliff Richard, Paul Gambaccini, Freddie Starr, Jim Davidson, loads of innocent people who didn't do anything. And that's why there's a fine line, isn't there? It got loads of monsters, but then it also damaged a lot of people. And I'm talking about Cliff Richard to someone who I know. And like, Cliff Richard, that. It's like, no, he didn't do it. And, people now just assume he did. But he didn't. And I didn't believe it at the time. And there was 8 or 10. That was 10. That one, or 8. 2015, 2014. I was 8. And I didn't believe it then. Completely false. We've lost a couple of viewers talking about this, as you'd expect. But yeah, must have been crazy seeing that come out. But like I say, monster. Yeah. Right. Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. See, people do it all the time, though. They say something and they go, allegedly. And then it's like, something else annoys me. It's like when I held these sweets up. I held them up. And you could, it's also available in other retailers. It's like, just shut up. Bloody available in other retailers. Just say the company. Just say where you got it from. You don't have to say it's available anywhere else. Unless, of course, maybe I get sued for that. If I get sued for that, I'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And these are things that happen. I got told off the other day, well, this morning actually, for putting tissues in the recycling bin. I didn't know. I didn't know you put them in the normal bin. Now, I'll probably get someone in here saying, no, you do put them in the recycling bin. But I've just been told, no, you put them in the normal bin, not in the recycle bin. Well, I didn't know. And I had to go out. I'm like, no, I don't know. I can't know what I don't know. Just tell me calmly, I don't know. That's fine. I don't know. So it's just one of those things, isn't it? One of those things. But wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. That was awesome. Thank you, fella. Exactly. Yeah. Just shut up. Innit? Yeah. Yeah. With a bloody. It's available in other retailers. Break off. And the paper. Exactly. Tissues are made from paper, so recycle it. But no, you can't. I don't know why you can't. I had the same thing. I had the same argument. No, it's got to go in a normal bin. Apparently the bin men won't pick them up. You've got to take them all out of the bin. It seems like idiot. It sounds like nonsense. Please do this every Saturday, same time next week. Well, I think it is going to become an 8 o'clock thing because it allows, if I go out after a game, it allows me to get back for this time. And same for everyone else because a lot of people go after a game. No one's really, going to be watching it at 6. And if it's a 3 o'clock, it allows me to, if I get back early, I can watch half 5. If it's at 12:30, I can watch the 3 o'clock and half 5. It just suits everyone, doesn't it? So it is going to be a permanent thing. I was thinking of maybe doing live previews as well, but the problem with that is if it goes on for an hour, previews are a bit hard to come by anyway. Never mind an hour, but I've stopped doing previews because it took too long to prepare. Recording was quite quick, but then the editing took like 3 hours. All in all to do a preview, which didn't do that great, and I wasn't enjoying it, so I stopped doing them. But might bring them back as a live, but I might not either. But I said it's 3 years on the 1st of February I've been doing it, and I want to try and fit it so that's my 300th video I do on that day as well. So we're gonna have to see with signings and stuff, but that's what I've got in mind. So same time next week, yes. World's a silly place. I think that's. Oh god, I've clicked the wrong thing. Wrong banners. I want to put a banner up. Yeah, World's still a place for the paper. It is. It's bloody crazy, but it's a great place at the same time. Definitely same time next week. Absolutely epic live stream, buddy. Thank you. It was certainly a crazy one. Savile and tissues. Yeah, it's Savile and tissue. Not long after each other as well. It's been awesome, Neil. Roger that. See you next time. See you next week, fella. What a great bit of banter. Same time next week. Same time next week. I like that you're all interacting with each other as well. That's great. So, I suppose that's it. We've reached our conclusion. Kangaroos, Jimmy Savile, Frank Sidebottom, Alan Bennett, Pulp, Katanga, Fighting Kangaroos. But ultimately, a load of other rubbish in there as well. Quiche. But Bradford City are beating Carlisle 1-0. We're 8th. We're 3 points off 3rd. We've got to play Walsall next week. It's going to be a big game, but what a big game it was today. We pulled it out the hat. We got our first win at Brunton Park since 1985, and what a great result it was. We've turned a corner. It's not normally a place we go and win. It's not normally a team we go and beat bottom of the league, but we have. Pizza's here. Mine Bruce is out. I've had my pizza, and now I'm out. Have a good one. Wash your face in the morning sun.